Welcome back to the Tony Valenti Show. This is Tony Valenti.
And Timmy G. We're here on another Friday to just make you laugh a little bit. And Tony.
Hope we have something to make him laugh.
Yeah.
That would be good. We have a special guest today. Who's our special guest coming up at the break?
Former mayor and city council member of Yucaipa, one of the cities who've been hardest hit by the coronavirus. He'll be here at 3:30, and we'll talk about what's going on in the city of Yucaipa.
And his name is?
His name is Bob Duncan.
Bob
So
Duncan.
good friend of the show. So, Tony.
Yes, sir.
First of all, did you see this thing on Late Night with Nancy Pelosi?
I heard about her.
This lady is something else. Okay, so let me set it up. So she's doing a late night, and they're doing a remote. And the late night guy asked her, "What are you doing on your, isolation? How you doing? What are you doing?" And she goes, "Well, let me show you." And so she opens up her refrigerator. Now this refrigerator is huge. It's like probably to pay for this refrigerator, you could buy my car.
Buy your house, maybe.
So anyway, she opens up the freezer and she has it filled with ice cream. Now this ice cream. Yeah, ice cream, like chocolate ice cream, pistachio, all kinds of ice cream, right? But the thing is, it's in a quart and it's like 13. I looked it up. It's like $13
For how much?
For like a quart of this ice cream.
$13 a quart?
A quart.
That's like $50 a gallon. Can you
know-
imagine going to Walmart and you see an ice cream for like 1 gallon of ice cream for $50?
That's crazy.
Where is she getting that kind of money? Or is that
You
is that taxpayer money?
That's probably, no, it's just, it's probably the PPP money.
PPP, what is that? The Pelosi pistachio
Pralines?
Pralines Patrol? I don't know.
Oh, man, the personal Pelosi praline, the
There you
PP.
go.
But, if she's using taxpayer money.
She's using PPP money. That's why we're not getting it for $50 a gallon.
Yeah, did you hear about that? All the money's gone. The personal protection program, all that money's
It's
gone.
Pelosi's private pistachio. That's what it is. That's where all our money's going to.
Man.
$50 a gallon. That's crazy. I have never heard of ice cream being of that value.
It's like gold-plated ice cream or something. It's crazy.
I've heard of ice cream with gold plates in it, but
Yeah?
actually, literally, I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold flakes. I mean, not plates.
Well,
That'd be
they're-
kind of tough on the
Well, there's
teeth.
a lot of flakes down there in Congress, so so it might be that way.
Nancy Pelosi, man.
Oh man, and so I
She owns like the big wineries, doesn't it? She's a wino.
no,
She's a winer.
She's a whiner. That's what it
She's a wiener. No, she's a whiner.
Yeah. So yeah.
Can we
I
say
mean, that's
that
the
about
best-
Nancy? Yeah, we don't really like Nancy. So Nancy, I'm Italian. You're Italian. You got to go. It's time to leave.
It's not
the
that
home
I-
called.
It's not that I don't.
They're missing you.
It's not that I don't like her. It's just she seems drunk.
She's annoying.
She seems drunk all the time.
Because she owns a damn winery.
That's the best kind of drunk there is.
What do you expect?
But that just how out of touch can these politicians be? We're here struggling. They're going to give us a measly $1,200. That doesn't even cover.
That's the PPP.
Yeah, well, that doesn't cover anything
that's
for
a stimulus.
me. My bills are 3 times that much a month.
What would you do if you came home and you looked in the freezer, and your wife said, "I just bought a gallon of ice cream for $50"?
I would have to say, did it come with a chocodile? Maybe
If it was a Chocodile ice cream, that would have been worth the $50.
maybe. I don't know, man. But it's just crazy. And you can't cough anywhere. If you cough somewhere, every eye in the place looks at you. So if you cough, you gotta go hide in a corner. Stick
You have to like break onto a song or something, like a Michael Jackson song.
like a Sweet Leaf from Black Sabbath, But if you cough in public,
Or
forget
if you
it.
sneeze.
Forget it.
The sneeze police are going to come get your butt.
Nobody wants to be around you. 6 feet separation isn't enough. If you sneeze, you have the
You
whole
sneeze, you
place.
lose.
If you want to go in and have the whole store to yourself, the whole aisle of the Chocodile aisle to yourself, all you have to do is sneeze, and
Sneeze on the way in the door.
everybody will leave. So, but just this country has gone absolutely crazy with fear. You go into a store, if you don't have a mask, you can't even get into a store. First of all, if you
How
don't
come you
have,
don't have
a
your
mask.
mask on now?
I do have a mask
Oh,
on.
I'm sorry.
It's just a different.
It's a Fu Manchu mask. You got that from Wuhan.
Woo-ha! Oh man,
Wuhan, China, baby.
that's where they say that the coronavirus originated from Wuhan. I don't know if you know this, but there's a bio lab in Wuhan, like a schedule.
Wuhan, not Wuhan.
Yeah, I mean, so they say it comes from a bat, but the bats were 200 miles away. So you put 1 and 2 and 3 together, and you come up with.
BS.
Did they do this on purpose, or?
Well, that's a crazy, controversial thing to say, man.
Yeah, I know, but it's the Chinese Wuhan virus. I don't care what you call it, but it's just insanity.
It's insanity to have the world on lockdown. Well, there's the interesting thing is the world has changed. The way we do business in America is really changing. As an example, they have this thing called Zoom now. Let's say you need to go for a job interview, right?
Yeah.
You've all been on job interviews. I actually have a list of all the different things that you save, and we save as Americans, just from using Zoom, because now you don't want to, be in the same room with somebody necessarily. So number one, to go to a job interview, you got to drive on the freeway, probably. What if you had to go from Riverside, California, to downtown LA? That could take you. I mean, if you're going to go to downtown LA for a job interview, that could take you a whole day to do that. Now that you have Zoom, you don't need to do that. You save money on gas. You don't need to spend gas money.
Parking downtown LA is crazy.
Yeah, you're going to pay $10, $15. You eliminate parking fees, wear and tear on the cars. So maybe your mechanic bill will be a little bit less, because they're not people just going for job interviews. People are going to meetings. When you go to the airport, what are people doing at the airport? A lot of them are seeing family, but a lot of them are going to meetings, business meetings. I don't know what the percentage is. We should probably know that. Wear and tear on the car, wear and tear on the freeways. Also, think about all the people that will be using Zoom in the future, because we have a new MO in America. We have a new modus operandi. So you'll save. There'll be a lot less car accidents.
Oh, that saves lives.
We'll save lives this way.
Absolutely.
I really truly believe that. We'll save millions of dollars. We'll save lives. I just can imagine, with Zoom and different ways, Skype and different ways of doing business, a lot of people won't be going to the airports.
Yeah, man. So that's the way that's the way the world's going. We're going to be doing business at home.
We're going to be doing business differently.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. It's going to change the dynamics of America. We're a social people. We gather. Just think about this: doctors and nurses are getting sick. By the thousands.
By the tens of thousands. Yeah.
And some doctors. You were telling me about this. Some doctors in Italy say it's a suicide mission.
It's a suicide mission if they go in with a rinky-dink mask, or they need those special masks that block everything.
Yeah, man. You need one of those ones from World War II with the 2 big cylinders on the side. Mustard gas can't get through there.
You're talking about World War I.
World War II, World War I, whatever. Man, it's crazy.
I heard this thing the other day. There's so many crazy things going on with closing down churches, but allowing liquor stores to stay open. I mean, what the hell does that mean? You can't go pray, but you can go have a cocktail.
Absolutely, man.
That makes no sense. Who's making these rules up?
Pelosi. She's the one that has
Pelosi doesn't run the country.
She has a winery.
Well,
She has to sell her wine.
There you go. That's possible, even
That's
though it
what
is
it is,
nationwide.
man.
There was this guy, I forget which beach he was on. He was paddle boarding on a surfboard.
Paddleboarding.
Paddle boarding
Out in the middle of the ocean.
in the middle of the ocean. And the cops come over to this guy paddle boarding,
They paddled
and
out
they
to-
got him out of the water. I saw the video. There's nobody on the beach, just the one guy on the board. They get him out of the water, and they arrest this guy for paddle boarding.
What's he going to do? Get a fish stick?
He's not going to get a fish stick or a fish stick. Either way. We're going to see dead sharks on the beach with coronavirus sharks. How the hell could this guy possibly be hurting anybody? I mean, it's like we've lost our right to reason in America.
Yeah.
In
We're
some
going to have
ways.
a dead corona sharks on the beach.
I hope not. Oh man, I had this idea last week about churches. I said it on the air about how a great venue for a church to still stay in business, besides being on Zoom, would be to have a drive-in movie theater. The congregants come in, and they drive in their car. They pull up to a speaker. There's a guy on stage. He does his mass, his sermon, whatever. And I thought that could be extended to concerts because they're closing down all concerts.
Wow.
You know, can you imagine like Paul McCartney or somebody like that? I mean, they could do the same type of thing. They could do like a drive-in Woodstock. You have 50 million cars. Everybody stays in their cars. I don't know what else that would do, but that's just an interesting idea. I thought it'd be a great way to do business.
Yeah, man.
In case you're listening, Paul McCartney, I could license you that idea for a few quid. Not a problem.
What are you going to give Paul McCartney some fish? What
I didn't say squid. I said quid. You.
Oh, okay. Well,
We'll forget about the quid. We'll just have him send. We'll just have Paul send us some large quantities of crocodiles. That'll probably make you happy.
that would do it. That would be good.
You don't ask for much.
Oh man. Oh, the Italians are having major problems.
Yeah, they're losing a lot of people.
But the Italian people, they just have
My
this,
paisanos, they're resilient.
yeah, they just have this attitude, and they have these this motto.
Motto?
Yeah, motto.
M-O-T-T-O,
And
motto?
they're painting it on these sheets and hanging it outside their buildings, their apartments, and it says, "Everything's going to be all right." You speak Italian,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
So how would you say everything is going to be all right in Italian? How would you?
Me? How would I say that?
Yeah.
Hey, everything is going to be nice. It's going to be all right. Don't you worry, eh? You go to work. You have a sip of wine. You get drunk. It doesn't matter, eh?
I could have.
What's
said
the matter, you?
I could have said it that.
Well, you said you speak Italian. That's how they do it. You know that the Spanish flu killed millions of people in 1918. Did you know that? The Spanish flu.
I didn't know the Spanish fly. I didn't know a fly could do that.
I didn't say Spanish fly.
Oh,
Where do you come up
what
with
was
these
it?
moronic thoughts from? I swear to God.
What was it?
No, I said fly, Spanish.
Yeah, fly.
I said flu. You got me saying it.
Well, I didn't know if I could do
Insanity's-
that.
Forget about the coronavirus. Insanity is contagious. The Spanish flu, the Spanish flu.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is, don't you?
No.
The Spanish fly is what you were talking about.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a Spanish fly. That's an aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac. Disneyland. What? Disneyland?
I didn't say Disney.
What the hell are you talking about?
You got moron in spades today.
What are you talking
No,
about?
the Spanish fly is an aphrodisiac. It's something that makes you frisky.
Oh, like a cat food.
Boy, you have a lot of cats. That's probably why you said that.
Well,
you
know.
would say something stupid like that. Oh man.
That's crazy, man. The only thing I want is crocodiles, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's my favorite thing. Yeah, I finally found out what a
There aren't any stores, by the way. I have looked again, and
Yeah?
they are all gone.
Well, I looked it up.
especially the ones by your house.
I looked at it online. And I found out what a chocodile really is. It's a Twinkie covered in chocolate. So I'm like,
It's a chocolate Twinkie
It's why don't they just call it a chocolate Twinkie? Why do they have to?
because they want to be politically correct.
Okay.
It has other connotations of which I don't know what that means.
Okay.
We're going to leave it alone. Did you hear about that place they were talking about this morning on TV? In South Dakota, there is a pork processing plant.
Yeah,
That's
I
hard.
heard
That's
about that.
PPP, pork processing
Sioux
plant.
Falls, South Dakota. Yeah.
And I hate to bring this to you, Tim.
What?
I know how you like your food, but they
Yes.
say that there possibly maybe a shortage of bacon.
No, this can't be true. This you don't want. Why are you doing this? Why are you making me have a heart attack?
No.
I love my bacon. Gotta have my pigs. Gotta have my pig, man.
What do you mean you got to have? You are what you eat, man.
Is it gonna affect the chocodile? If it affects the chocodile,
You're going to protest.
Yeah,
Can you imagine about
I'm gonna lose it.
3,000 fat people at the White House protesting with, "We want our crocodiles.
I'll lose it.
We want our bacon."
Oh man. Yeah, I can't believe it. I gotta have my pig. Dude.
They have 290 something people that contracted the virus in South Dakota. The governor was on this morning, and she said, I think it was a she. She said that that's the only place in South Dakota where they really have a problem. There's only like 11 other coronavirus cases in the whole state.
I think
So they should open that
I
state
think
up.
the amount is for the whole state was 730 and
That
two-
have the virus.
that
yeah.
have the virus, and that 200
They had 11 deaths.
and 93 were in that one plant.
290.
That's
so that
crazy.
plant is the majority.
They closed it down. They're sanitizing the whole
They're
plant.
gonna reopen it.
The Department of Agriculture says that it's not transferable through the meat, but they want
That's
to
what-
protect the
that's
workers.
what they say. That's what
what
they
they
say.
say. But
I would stay away from bacon for a while, but that's just me. I don't know.
Hey.
Can I
calm
say that on
down.
the radio? I think I
Calm-
just did.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato. At least there's lettuce and tomato in it.
Yeah, that's kind of boring, especially for you. They should make a crocodile bacon tomato.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
Crocodile lettuce tomato, a CLT. You would eat that at the LA County Fair.
Oh man.
They're
You know
going to
what?
close down the LA County Fair too, by the way.
I know. I heard they're going to close down Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
That's
The first time in
crazy.
50 freaking, did I say freaking?
Yeah.
50 freaking years, Comic-Con is closed.
That's crazy. I'm gonna miss all the sexy cosplay. Hey, can I go as a crocodile? I wonder if I could go as a. If they were having that, I'd probably go as a crocodile. But you know,
That would be a good idea. I think I like that idea.
there's that guy from KCAA. He's a walking
He's
crocodile.
a big fat crocodile.
You know what? One of America's greatest, I think, strengths is its humor. We have.
Thank
a
God
lot
you didn't have to hear any here. That's for sure.
We have.
What's that?
That gets us through the hard times, man. It gets us through this insanity that we're.
You want to watch some humor? Just watch Nancy Pelosi ripping up the State of the Union address
It's like she
and eating $50 gallons of ice cream.
she ripped.
That's
up the,
funny.
She ripped up the receipt. I tell you that.
Yeah, because we're paying for it.
Oh man.
That's for sure.
Oh.
Do you hear about the prison population all over the different prisons, especially in LA County?
In
The
Riverside
inmates-
County, San Bernardino County.
Inmates are getting the virus.
Yeah, man.
And they say that the one good thing about this is that beat downs are at an all-time low.
Yeah, I mean,
People are afraid to go do the beat downs.
yeah. Because hold on. I'm gonna wash my hand, put some gloves on. I'll be back to beat you down later. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's gonna change the way everything is done.
They're letting people go. They're letting people off.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
They're releasing people to the public if they're not violent people,
I
which
wonder-
is a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
One thing I have a question: are they testing them before they leave, or are they just opening doors and say getting out of here? Because if they're letting people that have been in
Hey,
jail,
Garcetti's in charge. He's probably there testing him.
yeah,
He's a pretty testy guy.
yeah,
He's annoying, but
yeah, he's a-
Garcetti, we
he's
didn't
a
really mean
testicle.
that. We'd like to have you on the show, actually.
we would.
Just don't be tested.
Oh man.
I noticed Trump was calling the coronavirus for a while. He was calling it the Chinese virus, and I don't see why we can't call it the Chinese virus. Why can't we do that?
We can.
I think they used to call it the Wuhan flu.
The Wuhan flu?
Wuhan flu.
Like who flung poo?
Yeah, like who flung who? I think they should call it the Kung Fu virus.
The Kung Fu virus.
So what happens is you sneeze, and then about 5 seconds later, you hear the sound.
I don't get it.
You might.
what?
you-
What's that?
I should have said, and it comes with the crocodile.
Oh,
That you would get.
I understand that. that I understand. But could I get an egg roll with that?
You know, they called it they called it in 1918. They called it the Spanish flu because it came from Spain.
Right.
They named the disease Ebola because it came from a village in Africa on the Ebola River.
I'm getting hungry, man.
What do you mean?
I'm getting
Why-
hungry, man.
Why are you getting hungry?
I need a bowl of chili.
But that's not what it means.
What does it mean?
Ebola. I didn't say Ebola chili. I said Ebola, not a bowl of.
Oh, okay.
You're stupid. You're stupid. You're talking about a serious disease, okay? Ebola, not a bowl of.
Okay.
Ebola,
Okay.
which comes from Zaire, Africa, on the Belgian Congo.
Belgian waffles? Belgian.
You didn't eat your lunch before you
love
got here?
I love Belgian
But
waffles.
Man, everything I say you relate to food. Jeez, I wonder why. You're always hungry. I
Oh,
think what we should do, and I swear to God, the next show that we do, we should get some money from Hostess, and we should promote They're crocodiles. We
I
should have a
think so.
box of them on the table here.
I would love that. I would love that. So I was thinking, I do that every once in a while. I know that shocks you.
Is that in between the eating?
No, but I was thinking that in this changing world,
Yes, it is that.
how is this going to affect our society in the long run, in the future?
This is going to be a while.
Yeah.
I predicted it. 4th of July, we're going back to work. That's for California.
Yeah.
That's my theory. Even though they're canceling concerts all the way into July and August.
And
I don't know what's going to happen with sports.
Well, the sports games.
Yeah, I heard Mario Garcetti. He said, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back to sports games." What the hell is he talking about?
What kind of sports?
If you're a
games?
basketball fan, he said, "I can't wait to watch basketball." If you're, football, I can't wait to watch football. I can't wait to watch sports games.
That means he doesn't care
He
about.
he belongs at the opera.
Yeah, he doesn't care about sports. He doesn't care. I can't imagine the pressure on these politicians every time some new statistic comes out. They have to come out and put a spin on it and say that this is for our good. Well, you know what? I'm tired of staying at home. I got $1,200 in the bank that doesn't even cover my bills.
Crocodiles that need to be purchased.
I got crocodiles. I can't. If I spend the money that I got from the stimulus on crocodiles,
You'll be broke the next day.
I'll be broke. And then how am I going to pay my rent? So
You need to eat less food.
like stop
I know
all the way.
I know I shouldn't have said that, but
I should stop all. No, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
we got to go back to work.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand
The
what
president-
the president's doing. I understand what the governor's
Well,
doing.
the president
I'm not
came out
disagreeing
with
with them, but I think
three-
it's time. We need to go. We need to be able to use some common sense to
Yeah.
go back to work. Just like how the liquor stores are open, but the churches are closed.
that's not common.
We need some logic, some sanity.
Well, he said he has a 3-stage plan with 3 gates. It sounds like
one gate goes to Mexico.
we
One
have
gate
to
goes
get by these
One
gates.
gate goes to Canada. The other one goes to China.
I remember when I was younger and you had to get into the
were younger?
nightclub and you had 3 gates to get in through. If they didn't want you to get in, you didn't get in. So we have
And we want you to do it the legal way.
They're going to open up the country slowly, and I think they need to do that. I don't totally agree with a whole total shutdown myself, but I understand about social distancing and keeping your mask on in public. I understand that, but sooner or later, we got to get this country back to work, and
It's going to be later than sooner, but life is more important than money. That's the bottom line.
well.
That's my opinion, but everybody has different opinions. Some people say this whole shutdown is a hoax. We shouldn't do this. I'll tell you my real personal opinion. If we didn't do this, you'd be looking at a repeat of 1918. 50 million people died.
Yeah.
So we
we're
have to do the right thing,
We're
not
gonna
the
get
financially right thing.
We're gonna get up there to 60. I don't want to say a number because it's too hard to predict something like this. I think we're doing the right things. I think we should open up the country for business. It's slow.
And pleasure.
Oh, pleasure.
Don't forget about the sex workers in Seattle, Washington. You said you weren't going to talk about that, Tony. I'm sorry, but I got to talk about something. We're going to take a break here in about a minute.
Yeah.
We have again. Would you give the
Bob
data?
Duncan. He's the former mayor of Yucaipa
And current sitting council member,
Yes.
who's he's quite a package. He has a lot to say. This gentleman.
Absolutely.
He is controversial, and we like controversy.
Tony, take us out of here.
Hey, if you liked anything you heard, I know that's highly unlikely. Send us an email at the Tony Valenti Show at yahoo.com. The Tony Valenti with an I show at yahoo.com. Have a good Memorial weekend. Have some fun. Be smart. This is going to be gone really quickly. It will be gone. It will be in the rearview mirror.
KCAA Radio, 1050 AM and 102.3 FM. You got the Tony Valenti Show right in your face.
Have a good weekend. Peace out.